Welcome back to Dungeon Complex, loyal citizen. As you may recall, in our previous mission recording, Gibson RHKD1 helped install a new B3 vending bot before he, Mac our Dose 1, Love our Boy 1, Roger our Run 2, Whites RWCK1 and SETI RIDK1 were ordered to report for their first troubleshooting mission, but were having some difficulty discerning the exact location, so some stopped to buy some delicious B3 from a newly installed vending bot before returning to their search. We now rejoin our citizens in progress.
Now you guys have left, right, left, right, right. What was your directions you remembered?
Also, at the same time, I would look for like a similar. Sorry, I spoke over you, Patty.
Go ahead, George.
I would look for the door number. I would like to see if there's like the theme with the doors.
You will notice that here in the black level, none of the doors are marked. Probably because all this stuff is the door number would be above the clearance level of any infrared walking by. So up on the red level where you guys are now, all the doors are labeled because you guys are red clearance and you're allowed that information. But down here in infrared, nothing is labeled because an infrared person might see it and then they would know the number of the room that you guys were going to, and that would compromise your whole mission because then they could just pretend to be you or something. So none of these doors are marked. So to prevent commie infiltration, all these doors are non-labeled. Black walls, black doors, no label.
But we do have our light dark tunnel, right?
Yeah, and there's dim lights here. You have a flashlight. You can look around. You guys follow directions, and you guys feel like you're in the right area. You're at the point now where there's a long hallway in front of you and a crossroads where you can turn left or right. You feel like you're in the right area as far as you know. It's got to be one of these rooms around here, but there's a lot of doors. Not much infrared traffic this time of the day. A lot of infrareds are at their jobs, so the halls are pretty empty except there's another vending machine down there flashing, and a lot of vending machines in these halls, and confession booths and stuff, but not a whole lot else going on. A couple of very large view screens, but not a lot of smaller ones, spaced out a whole lot. There's not a whole lot to look at in this area. Some of you guys might have been from this area, so you know you're near a cafeteria is one direction down this hallway, and there's some industrial, factory stuff another way down the hallway, and some dorms one way. The way you guys came from is the elevator.
We followed the directions to the area that we're supposed to be in. We're near the room, and there are a multitude of choices. We make our way to the cafeteria and get, some food.
Yes, and people may be there also that know where IYBB1 is.
But are there any red level clearance people?
There's some other red level clearance people down here, some guards and things like that. Most people down here are either infrared or red. Occasionally you'll see an orange or a yellow. If things are going to shit, there's a riot, there'll be a blue officer. But there are some red people around. They're kind of guarding this area, or they work high level administrative jobs in this area. So you'd be red in the red zone, it'd be bottom of the totem pole, or you can be red down here and be top of this.
Or I'd be I'm gonna go up to that guy over there.
I'm gonna go to a red guard.
Yeah, I'd be hi, we're looking, and I'll look over at him and be YB1.
Was it? I heard IYBB5 as well.
IYBB5. Alright, we're just gonna go with that. So that's the room
you guys are asking about. So you find a red guard to see if he knows where it is.
Yeah.
He will try to data search it. See if he can ask for a computer. It's above his clearance level as well. He shrugs and says, above my clearance level.
Alright, I'm gonna look at our computer guy amongst us. He seems like he was talking about hacking. I'd be hey, so you could data search? Does anyone here do data search? Well, I'm terrible with it.
Anyone really good with computers?
Look at these sausages. They're not good for typing.
I will try.
Are there other higher clearance level people around us, as you said earlier?
Currently, all you see is red clearance and infrared. So people on the same level as you, basically, currently.
I rolled a 5, and that's underneath my 7. So.
Oh, well, then yeah.
Yes.
It won't tell you exactly where the room is, that's above your clearance, but it will lead you in the right direction. It'll tell you where to go from here. It's back the way you guys came. Back towards the elevator.
No.
You walked right past the room you needed to go in.
You guys
turn around?
Right there.
Now we're even more prepared and happy because of our energy beverages.
Yeah, you're bouncy and bubbly from having a bouncy bubbly beverage. So you'll pass back by the kiosk where you can exchange your creds again if you need any extra creds. You'll pass by another confession booth if you need to confess anything about yourself or anyone else. You'll pass back by the vending machine. You'll see a bunch of doors that still aren't labeled.
I must confess that I love French computer with a very
But it's somewhere in this hallway. If you hit that, you don't want to go past the crossroads. It's somewhere in this vicinity. There's also another guy in red garb, although most people down here are infrared or they're standing still. There is another person in red garb wandering back and forth down this hallway just like you guys. He's just past you. Meanwhile, Love Our Boy is also searching for this same area. You were able to get close to this vicinity as well. So you're going to now pass a group of 4 people all walking together. You see them go to the corner of the crossroads and then go back the other way.
What area? So what area?
You're in the same area they are. The same.
Elevator.
You're past that crossroad. You're heading towards the elevator, basically. You're heading back the way you would normally go back at the red district to go home. You're like headed towards the home elevator.
Greetings, fellow citizen.
We are. Accurate.
So I'm guessing since you came from that direction, my guess is it's not down there. It's one of these doors around us, correct?
That's what we're hoping.
Would you like to introduce yourself and get their names as well? That way you can confirm these what you're looking for.
Cool, yeah, my name's Boy 1.
Rajar Run 2.
Macardos. 1.
Whites are whack.
1.
I shake her hand and
Steady IDK.
Greetings.
I
1 also.
Oh,
my
wait, so I see-
sanitary towel.
Oh, yeah. Great enthusiasm. And I go for the
Elbow?
upward elbow bump.
Yeah, more germ safe, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, and I bump
Yeah,
elbows.
that's a good
and
move.
then I
Pro move.
wipe off my elbow.
There you go.
Please, about right.
So you've added a 5th member to your group, also looking for the same room. And there's another member in red wandering back and forth down this hallway, yet although you guys haven't noticed.
My data search greeting friend.
Please.
Here, I've located the fellow citizens that are this very important mission. Could you see the map again for where this particular room is? To make sure that we all get where we're supposed to be going on time.
Data search.
15.
Can I roll in?
The computer
Can we
will
subtract
acknowledge
the
you.
number?
The computer will acknowledge that you're in the right area, but it's above your clearance to tell you what room it is.
Well, thank you so much for letting us access this space for this mission, even if we don't know where it is.
So yeah, you guys are near a vending machine, a confession booth, a plastic cred dispenser, and a bunch of doors. You can always try your IDs or tongue print on every door and see if any of them open, but after a couple of tries, the computer might get mad. But there's a big group, so you can maybe try 3 or 4 each and then back off if you don't want to like.
Well, everybody's
Upset
trying
the computer.
To,
I think we should do that. Yeah, I'm game for that. Hard, persistent work is a capitalist ideal. I'll start.
Where whites are, you're going to try a door with your card and tongue print to see if it opens for you. Between this crossroads and that elevator, you guys have narrowed it down. But you do not succeed there, whites are. So beep, the buzz noise happens. Roger, run.
That was a
2.
really dumb joke. But anyway, so we
Roger.
become more evident with the
Yeah.
if I make it out of it.
If you
But
can
anyway,
level up, it'll be funny.
I will definitely find one of the doors.
Ooh. Same buzzing noise. Fail. Door does not open.
I mean, can I use spurious logic?
On a computer you could, so you don't try and fool this door into opening. Do that thing where you like swipe your card really fast and trick the door like, to see if it opens. It might be the wrong room, but it might still open.
I'm so excited. I'm very eager to get started. 14.
So I guess I'll have to use Spurious Logic. 6. I rolled a 3.
That door will open, and inside it's a very small room with a very large computer terminal. You have no way of knowing this is the right room, but the door did open for you. You don't know if it was because of your serious logic or if it's the right room.
That's what I was wondering. Why we're doing that.
That's the problem with using that skill.
I don't know if this is the right room or not, guys. Clearly, there's something else in here. Do you want to check it out?
Yeah, let's just announce ourselves to the room. Who needs the secrets here? Right?
Alright, so you guys pile in this room.
Well,
Yeah, you'll
yeah,
access the room.
it's for a
Yeah.
computer. If we're in the wrong space, it'll just tell us, and we'll mosey on and find the right area that we're supposed to be in. Or ask for computers. Infinite and exponentially expanding numerical guidance.
Because this is infrared level, a lot of the view screens here are just view screens, there's no input. But you guys have now accessed a very small room, it's very tight. You guys are like kind of crunching here, there's only room for a couple more people for it to just be too small for all of you guys. But it's a tight fit. But there's a good computer terminal, you can access information here. It's a private computer terminal room, and you guys can access information you need. This may be the right room, may not, you're not sure.
You guys
But
want to
you're
try
all-
to access this?
Maybe,
Who's next? Because I've already done my work.
Roger Run covers both of his face with both of his hands, and beneath it is a very, very large frown.
You hide your frown from the cameras in this room. And unlike the hallway you just left, the hallways you guys were in, this infrared zone is not as well camered as the red zone you guys come from. But this room, there's a camera at every corner. This is because there's a computer terminal, there's a lot more surveillance in here. Feel free to do as you wish.
And then he removes his hand, and back is the very force grin.
I just wave to all the cameras and thumbs up. I twiddle my little mustache. I say, hey, I offer Roger R1 here. Do you want to go ahead?
Excuse me.
Roger R2.
Roger Run.
Serious apologies. My mind is just merely focused on the task at hand. Maybe, perhaps we should enjoy one of these 3 beverages. You bought a 6-pack and I granted you one as well out of the kindness of us being troubleshooters together. Maybe we should ingest these perked up, and all of us will be even extra happy to serve this mission. And I guess I try to interact with Fred Computer. He enjoys his beverage beverage, then I do so in solidarity.
Yeah, I go to friend computer.
Alright, you guys drink a
Extra
beverage.
for smiles.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do a search. I got a 3!
Hey, that sounds successful.
Whoa, alright.
Turns out you guys are in the correct room, and you were only waiting on one more troubleshooter to arrive to assist you, so you guys just need to wait here until that troubleshooter arrives.
You require assistance, citizen? Friend computer is here to help.
We sing the usual friend computer praise song.
Rajar Run 2 looks at you, or smile and is clapping, but his eyes look so dead right now. Friend computer! Da, 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 da. Friend computer.
And now for some human music.
I like
Human music plays in the background while you guys wait for the last minute of your
Is it
troubleshooting
like
team to arrive.
elevator music? Please tell me.
Yeah, it's definitely music.
This
Just
is
tones.
really the best
It's
stuff.
just 3 repeated tones. It's like that game, that Simon game, the memory game. It's like tones repeated. Bing bong boom, bing bong boom.
Somehow the smile
Over
gets
and over
even
again.
wider.
Oh, I love human music.
Isn't the music of friend computer just the bee's knees?
What's a bee?
That's going to my report.
Communists are terrible, and they should all die.
Everyone hates
But I'm not sure what they are, and nor should we. There's a definite look of shame on Roger Run 2's face.
I'm in the armed forces and currently stationed at PLC.
No, actually, I work for the entertainment. I do acting with Bio. That work on a show, probably one of your favorites.
Yeah,
Only-
he does casting for various shows that are programmed. You guys have ViewScreen. You guys see ViewScreen every night. You're familiar with the shows.
Yeah.
He apparently does casting for
View
HPDMC.
Stream, I love it!
What
Yeah.
citizen doesn't love ViewScreen? There's no better way to waste your post-work hour time.
Seti can give her info. Yes, I said she's a her. So I'm Seti R. IDK. I work for the HPD and MC.
Multiple members of HPDMC here. Are you also in entertainment, propaganda, that kind of stuff?
No, I would say I'm more in marketing.
Good answer.
what is that? What do you market, man?
He's only been red clearance a very short period of time. You guys will realize that you're all kind of new red clearance. You've been red clearance for either a number of days, a number of weeks, or a number of months, but not very long. None of you have been red clearance more than a year yet.
Doing the R&D, you know, normally badges aren't in my job per se.
You mostly develop drugs, but you helped develop this new laminating process that's better than the old laminating process.
That's right.
But there are rumors if you lick your ID, you get a little high.
Good for biochemical therapy as well, but I'm also a registered mutant.
And I pretend to write
Me
that
too.
For
write
the
down
armband?
the fact that it's a malfunction, but I actually
You don't
don't
actually
write
write
it
that down?
I
So,
don't actually write it.
Roger R. and Seti will show their armbands. You guys have seen, they're wearing the yellow and black registered mutant armbands. But aren't you a registered mutant as well?
Yeah, we're all muties.
All
A
muties.
lot of us are muties.
Dream team.
I'm not a fucking mutant. I work at HPD and MC.
Ah!
I've used a laser in my day.
I'll look at her and look at my hands, and I'll look at her and look at my hands and be like, I'm pretty sure I can handle myself.
He's got a laser, but he's also got
He's
fists.
got good hands.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
They're clean.
Security skill check, because
Leave the door askew? Because you know you're waiting one more person, yeah.
5.
Is that lower than your security number?
No.
Ooh.
3.
So you try to leave the door open, but it closes behind you. Now you're outside again. But you can always scan your card and reopen.
That's fine. I'll just scan my card.
Go back in.
Problem.
You look around outside. There's still people moving outside.
Yeah, security's important.
You might even see the same guy in a red outfit walking by again, but not make any notice of it yet.
I sit in a chair that audibly creaks beneath me.
Is that a dig at me?
There's only one chair in the room. If you want to sit in it, you're welcome to.
Creaky, bad creaky for
I
sure.
wasn't hearing that, actually. I was just sitting there.
He's just
well, I
a
was
big guy in
like,
a tiny chair.
had to deal with smaller chairs than him his
Yeah.
entire
His
life.
clothes are too tight. He's trying to impress upon you guys how big of a guy he is. He's trying to tell you what his stats are visually.
He's crazy with the 6'8" shit. He's like, I'm 6'8". It's like always saying, no, Mac, you're 5'9".
I'm an
Anybody want to do a data analysis on this computer?
Okay, so maybe 6'8" was a little big, but
You guys
still,
can
I
do
feel
data
like it's
analysis.
appropriate.
So there's a data search lets you search information. Data analysis lets you do probabilities. The computer's there and ready, and it's acknowledged this is the right room. It can't give you any more information until the last member of your troubleshooting
okay,
team
we're
shows.
just
Yeah, you're
chilling.
waiting on the sixth member of your troubleshooting team.
So
Who's
what
late?
about like electrical or mechanical engineering?
If you want to fuck with shit, yeah. Go for it, dude.
Before we get into
Your game.
destroying something.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Mac R, which stands for red, of course. DOS 1.
Mac R, DOS,
Registered
1.
mutant.
Registered mutant.
R&D.
It's an R&D.
I probably made your ID badge. If you have
He mostly works in drugs, but has been developing the coding that they use to laminate the new ID badges, which may or may not have drug-related principles. That's
we're
just a
still,
rumor.
we're still
Rumors
it's
are illegal,
still
so
developing. It's
Don't
very
lick your ID
state-of-the-art.
card, or everyone will know you believe that rumor was true.
I'm gonna walk out of the hallway real quick, walk around the corner where I don't see a camera or anyone around, and I'm totally gonna lick the ID card.
Let's see if it's true. Now that you've licked the ID card, it's gonna have the same general effects. Not like an easy does it, but it's gonna make you feel good. You like whatever choices you make for the next 30 minutes, you're gonna feel good about them. Even if they're bad decisions, it's gonna feel like a good decision. You feel confident and sure of yourself. It's like, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me.
Gosh darn it.
God darn it.
I guess I'm gonna roll a side scan to see him walk away.
Please roll a psych scan when.
Don't be late for the assignment, fellow citizen.
Don't worry, I'll be right back. I mean, literally, I'm gonna
very
just
tight
take it
quarters
real
in
quick
this room. It's
and
very
then
cramped.
walk right
Yeah.
back in.
He said he like walked away
Yeah,
around
so you
the
probably
corner.
saw that.
I got a
So I
17.
yelled at him.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you also probably know he went outside the room really quick and came back in. He did something while he was out there. Something the two of you might have an inkling. Definitely note Roger R. Rudd acts weird.
We already found the room.
Gonna get enjoy one of my sodas, maybe. I'll see how I feel.
Get better.
You can side scan Roger R. Rudd when
I'd
he
like
comes
to do that.
back.
I'd like to squint at him confusedly as he's walking quickly
Side scan.
back towards the room.
See if he's
What
sweating
the hell is
nervously
this
or
guy
anything.
doing?
Yeah.
I got a 17. Huh.
Yeah.
That guy's just a weirdo.
Yeah, maybe he needs some fresh air. He walked out the hallway, walked right back in. You didn't see him do anything. You didn't blow anything up or anything, so nothing to turn
What do you
into.
mean by fresh air?
To be fair, you guys are pretty cramped in there. It's
I
not a
like
very
how
big room.
everyone has
Right.
the opportunity to
Right.
pull the shenanigans.
Is
It's
it
like,
bad for
you
your
know what?
health?
I feel like we're still waiting for this guy. It's gonna be a second. I'm gonna go walk around and drink some soda, maybe, walk around. I mean, I'll be honest, guys, being in this tiny room with all you guys.
He's a big guy.
I've already drank my B3, and I'm just wiping things down. I'm wiping the screen of the computer down.
Oh, I like that.
I'm
Cleaning the
wiping
round.
the table down.
Alright, and so I guess
Someone's
I'm just
edging
gonna
for
walk off
hygiene.
for now.
Officer Chuck, I feel like.
Go enjoy my sodas that I purchased.
Alright, so you head out in the hallway. Do you actually drink a soda in the hallway?
Not yet. I'm actually gonna walk. I'm gonna walk a bit of it away, and I'm gonna
Love Arm
message.
away?
I'm a message.
Oh no, someone's telling secrets.
Roger Olympi's leaving the room. Did anyone else psych scan Roger?
So I want to ask though, what is the site scan? What is it?
Psych scan is basically like sense motive.
Okay,
You failed there, Lamar. Oh, yeah. So far, no one suspects anything. Where are you going?
in the message.
You're going to a place to acquire items. You find the nearest PLC office, the PLC outlet on this floor. Easy to
And I
locate.
totally give those things for that thing.
Alright.
None of you bitches.
I know what you're talking about, but because it requires a bribe, I need you to roll. Is there a bribery check? I feel like.
There is.
Roll a bribery check and see if that works. You have to contact the right person. So if your bribery check is successful, you will get the thing that you're asking for, whatever it is.
Wow, geez, that's
You wanna fuck
I
yourself?
made it by one.
Man.
2, and you had a 3.
Yeah, I have a 3 is my bribery maximum.
Luckily for you, you talked to the right guy. You never know if a bribe's gonna work, but this time it did. You get that thing for that stuff. You
Yeah,
have to fill out a form. You usually have to fill out forms, but somehow this guy was just like super cool about it. He was like, yeah, swap.
Boom, right on the money. Let's
Kind of that thing you have was worth something.
yeah, apparently. So, I'm gonna secure that in one of my pouches. I'm gonna, walk back.
It's relatively the size of a B3 can. So if you had a B3 can in your pocket,
Oh, yeah, I asked for one of the...
Hey everybody, look at this guy's dick.
size of a soda
I'll
can.
buy another can on my way back and put it in the can.
Alright, so 4 plastic crates, get an extra can of B3.
Yeah, and I'm gonna drink it.
Alright, you drink your B3 on the way back to the briefing room.
Wow, that B3 is something special. I love
Roger
that
R.
stuff.
Run returns, enjoying his beverage.
That's
It was
2,
good.
right? You drank 2 of them. You're crazy energetic, man. You
Yeah.
would bust through the wall like a Kool-Aid man.
This guy is
I
not
could
sleeping
do that.
tonight.
I mean, like, I could do that naturally.
Wandering up and down this hallway, Gibson RHKD1 has noticed a large group of citizens. 5 walked into a room and then 1 walked back out. It's on the hallway you keep pacing up and down in the area that you're in. And it was a large group, the size of the group you're looking for.
I mean, logic would dictate that if they're in a secret corridor, that they gotta be authorized to be here. I'll approach the member of the group, whoever they might be.
Alright, so outside of the door is a person presenting as female, Love Our Boy 1, in red clearance garb, same as yourself, except you have the leather outfit on a little
I
bit.
do, and the patch IYBB9.
9. Oh, that's over there.
That's the one we're assigned to. Well, at
This
least
is
that's the
live.
message that I got yesterday.
Oh, no.
Before I had to gallivant around and deal with the B3 machine, bunch of silliness.
But yeah, I mean, this is I1BB5. We got some folks in here waiting on a mission here, so I'm guessing if you're looking for 9, then 9's like a couple doors open.
AD1, dog.
Alright, well then I'm going a couple doors down.
You swipe your card, do a tongue crit, there's a buzzing noise, No, that's not right.
Yeah, I'll go back down to 5.
The one they're identifying as 5.
You know what, I'm gonna try my card, my tongue bro, on this
this one.
Green light.
Hey!
Apparently this is either 9 or 5, or someone got the number wrong. Those things happen sometimes. Either way, this is the guy you were waiting on. Alright, once your final member arrives, all of the tongue prints have been scanned in, and almost immediately, the face of Friend Computer appears on the screen with its all-knowing eyeball.
Oh, friend computer.
Welcome, troubleshooters. My records indicate this is your first mission together. Congratulations on being selected for this assignment. Friend Computer has no doubt loyal citizens such as you yourselves will perform wonderfully at the task ahead of you. Now for introductions and job assignment, then you must report to Briefing Room R-7B9471 for further details from authorized members of HPD and MC Citizen. Friend Computer is here to help.
R-7B9471.
That's what I have.
Yep, same.
R-7B1.
Nope.
No, R-7.
According to computer records, members of your team have failed to properly fill out their MBD88-9Bs designed to assist Friend Computer with determining team dynamics. Friend Computer has noted your non-compliance and has determined your mission duties with information already available. If you feel the job assignment you received this mission does not suit you, Friend Computer would suggest properly filling out all forms in the future. Mandatory bonus duty assignments are as follows. Badges will be distributed in the briefing room. Please confirm aloud and submit tongue print once your name is called. Roger Run 2, Team Leader.
Oh.
Roger Run 2, Team Leader.
And totally puts his tongue on the thing. I confirm.
Alright, you're now team leader. Because no one turned in their form, so...
Lover Boy 1, Loyalty Officer. Lover Boy 1, Loyalty Officer.
Do you submit your tongue print and confirm this assignment? Gives you biometrics, confirms that's you and that you have the job.
Gibson or HKD1, Hygiene Officer.
I make sure we're all spiffy clean. And then he pokes his tongue on that tongue print receptacle.
You accept your job. Job accepted.
SETI or IDK1, Happiness Officer.
Good job to keep everybody happy. You down with that? You keep the team in good spirits?
Gladly.
Alright.
Yeah, I accept.
Macrodose 1, Equipment Guy. Macrodose 1, Equipment Guy.
You handle that? Tongue print out.
Yeah.
Whites or WCK1, Communications and Recording Officer.
So everyone's down with those jobs?
Paparazzi.
Mandatory bonus duty confirmed. Now please report to Briefing Room R-7B9471 for further details from authorized members of HPD and MC.
Not a member
I
of
say
the
way more
HD.
authority than I've ever had in my life.
Probably so. That decision
I'm
is...
going to require the person with the best data processing skills. Look up where R-7B9471 is.
I snap my
Search.
fingers and
Search.
I point at the guy in spectacles and I say, it's probably that guy.
Nerd! And I go, we've already tried him before. I mean, data search.
Macart Dose has glasses. I have 7.
I have a score, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Well, I nominate you in the first try. Go for it.
You nominate Gibson to try first?
Yeah, we're going to give Gibson a try first.
Gibson shake out his hand, cracks his knuckles, and begins data search room. I rolled a 1.
Oh, perfect.
Whoa!
Yeah, you guys know where that room is. That's not a problem at all. Another level up. That's back on the red level. You just follow this hallway back to the elevator. Take that back up to the red area. Once you're in the red clearance zone, the doors are labeled again to your clearance. So you guys have clearance to see the red doors. So you guys can easily find this door, no problem.
And I'll be like, follow me. And I give a flourish.
Alright,
And
team
I-
leader takes you in the briefing room. All of you were issued badges in the last room, so once you were given jobs and you gave your tongue print, a badge was dispensed. You can fix it. It'll fix your uniform. It's saying what job you have. So whatever job you just accepted, you now have a patch. And you guys finally report to this briefing room. You guys enter, you scan your cards, give your tongue prints, the door opens. There are 1 orange, 1 yellow, and 1 blue officer waiting to brief you. You'll come in, they'll acknowledge you are the troubleshooting group that they have been looking for. They are going to ask who your team leader is.
And I will say, that would be wow.
They are going to issue to you a script or a missive, a document, a text document for your eyes only, although they're going to give you a red clearance version that only you can see, and they're going to give you an infrared clearance version that you can show to anybody. And there's only one version of the infrared script, but you guys can pass it around. It's an actual printed out document. Roger R1 is given the official red clearance script. The briefing officers instruct you to hand that back immediately after you read it. So you get a brief moment to read it and then hand it right back. You guys all have access to the infrared script. It has a full script, but everything else is redacted and blacked out. The only thing you can read is worth it.
What?
Worth it?
Worth it. That's the dialogue in the script.
I'm gonna do a side scan to see if they're hiding anything from us.
Of course they're hiding something.
We get
everything but 2
Redacted
words are
6, I
redacted.
got it.
Yeah. So it's obviously things are redacted, but it's above your clearance, so and they're above your clearance, so whatever they're doing is obviously allowed by friend computer. Your team leader has been given more information than you have, so obviously you can just ask them later whatever other information you must need.
Absolutely.
I'd like to employ telepathy to read Roger Run 2's mind.
All right.
Ooh.
Let's see. This is we'll say that's 3-point use if you want to try that.
Yeah,
so
right.
go ahead and try it. Then after you try, subtract 3 from your total for later.
All right, I rolled a 15 out of 16.
Oh, so it works. And your 16 drops to a 13 now. And Roger R. Run, when you forward the thing I sent you, they will provide you with very little other detail about the mission other than that. They let you know you guys are filming a commercial for the new B3.
This is so exciting.
They're going to show you a graphic, new B3 in a red can, new formula, new flavor. It's going to be a very fast turnover, low-budget commercial, and you guys, for your first troubleshooting mission, are being tasked with making this commercial. After that, they give a team leader requisition forms with instructions. So the requisition forms will have several items already listed. Certain items will be instructed to give to certain members of your team, and there'll be a blank space at the bottom of the requisition form for any extra items you guys wish to request. There's an official part that's already filled out. There's some space on that too if anyone wants to try and fill like an add-on where you guys can add on any extra equipment. So there's already an equipment list filled out. It's given to team leader. Team leader, if you want to check that on your own or read it aloud, let me know. There's a bunch of equipment listed.
Let me check it first, and then I'll read aloud if it doesn't say anything first.
So, the requisition form, you're not going to get this stuff yet, you got to go to PLC to obtain these things, but if you want to read the requisition form, it'll say on it 3 comm links, clacker, cambot, multi-quarter 2, boom mic, which is also for your comm officer, a hair and makeup kit for your hygiene officer, a ultra lamp, 3 red laser barrels, ILTR for your loyalty officer, 1 mini nuke for your loyalty officer.
A mini nuke?
Yep.
Holy shit.
An SCS Model 3 for your hygiene officer, including 6 Easy Does It pills, an MTK for your equipment guy, and is also included for your equipment guy a requisition form for R&D, but the R&D forms don't list the items by name, list them by item number, so it's hard to tell what they are, but there's 2 items on an R&D form for your equipment guy to also check out. There's a 10 Easy Does It's for your happiness officer, and 2 wider awakes once you guys do the PLC. So those are the things that are on the form already. If you want more, you have to request more, but that stuff's going to be provided for you, probably. And also at the bottom of the form is a pallet of new B3 in the red can, 72 six-packs.
Alright,
Jesus Christ.
Of the new formula, red.
I'll be like, let's go. Let's go get ourselves and I look at everyone and I smile.
You haven't got them yet. You got to go to PLC first and try to get them.
Great for providing us with all these wonderful things to shoot our commercials. Isn't that fantastic?
So you guys head to the nearest PLC office to obtain stuff. Team leader, are you gonna submit the requisition form and sign it? And
Let's ask for more.
You can add things to it, or you can go. Or you can also separate it and have people requisition, like, because there are things for different people, different departments. If you want to like separate it, you can do that. You just tell me how you want to sign things off.
According to the list at first, let's just first set out like for each person. I'm gonna requisition that they get those items that are allowed to us. Except for the loyalty officer with the nuke, I'm gonna take that for myself.
I'll roll side scan.
That means it's just you sign off the form, and then you're distributing the items as you wish. You're team leader, so.
I would sign off on that.
Alright, so you sign the form. Your personal belongings, you can do whatever the fuck you want with. The stuff that's being issued right now is being issued for this mission and is expected to be, like, either returned in the mission or you have to fill out a form to say why you used it or how you used it.
Okay, so whatever this
So
is,
these are not your these are computer issued belongings, yeah.
whatever this MTK is, it's not mine. It's just mine right now.
Yeah, for the mission.
Yeah,
Alright.
requisition a whole bunch more rope.
Get some sick
Props.
camera
I
shots.
think we could all use a laser barrel.
Could you like Facebook message me that stuff?
No, because the equipment's officers don't.
Alright, well then tell him and then you eat bucket.
Oh, yes. That was good.
Absolutely.
No, I agree. We do need more ropes so that we can bind things and be bound. And also laser barrels. I like fucking lasers as well. I think some laser barrels would be tight. And he unsheaths his laser pistol, drops the barrel off and polishes it. Hey, I just love these laser pistols. Such a great model. I just need my boom mic and recording equipment. I'm ready to fucking go. I have been labeled as communications guy, so I'm going to communicate. So with our director, what is the direction we're taking in the filming process? Or should I just start filming and we just do a free-flowing commercial of just normal guys talking about these 3?
So,
That's whatever you want.
can we get laser cannons that we'd actually like to use as like more like spotlights with some filters?
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
And use that like for the show. We want to make it pop. We want the
I think
the
so.
light
And
to be.
I think that we should
17
have,
leader.
should have our team leader
You're in
star in
mod
a commercial.
marketing, you said, so-
Communications guy, Wider Whack, likes some lasers. Let's get some fucking lasers.
Sweet, somebody's
And
writing this
light
down,
this
right?
show
To tell
up.
the team leader?
I need a force sword.
I don't
Yeah,
think that
dude,
was
it's
on the
gonna
right.
You guys feel like you get a very small budget. You guys let's get all the explosives and like more swords.
Like, this is gonna be so popular. Still
If we
don't.
could get a couple of laser emitters, aka cannons, and use them to filter and make like beautiful lights, that would be special.
We could do like fucking layers, lens flares, like
our bag.
energy, so like the energy drink could be like powering these lasers and this force sword that I will own after this. I mean,
You guys, so on the way to this PLC, you guys are pitching all kinds of ideas of what kind of equipment you should get to add onto the list.
I think we should try and get a laser show works. I want a holographic your eyeball watching over us. C3, thumbs up, fade out, star white.
We can have them show, like, he chugs the old bubble and he trips, and then we give him the new bubble, and then he just through and, like, swinging off of ropes, doing all the, like, you know, jumping around.
And have, like, thematic background.
Yeah.
I think that whatever option we decide on, our team leader, Roger Run, needs to be the star of this commercial. I do too. I think we should tell people.
And the director.
There's casting set up, so don't worry. They're gonna give you guys some infrared citizens for the commercial.
so
Once you guys have acquired your items from PLC and R&D, you're supposed to come back to this room, to the room you were in originally, to meet your actors.
Well, first of all, I'm thinking of our stage setup, so you guys already thinking about some ideas. Shoot 'em at me.
So what's gonna happen is we gotta do. You're gonna be drinking the old beverage, and you're gonna fall down. Then all of a sudden, whoa, wait a minute! Wow, switch to the new beverage. Running through this obstacle course. You get through the obstacle course, you crush like a champion. Oh shit! Because you're a training troubleshooter, you've graduated now. You finished this obstacle course. Now it's the real shit. Some hypothetical by my standard traitors, because there's no real traitors. This is all just
Put them in
promotion.
trader costumes.
Traitors don't even exist. This is like a movie type fantasy action scenario. Traitors are invading. The new recruit has graduated, gets out of the obstacle course, he downs his B3, and then all of a sudden other troubleshooters join him, which is all of us. We have our laser weapons. I have a force sword. We're mowing down all these traitors, and then all of a sudden we pour this big fat E3 into the wires, and then the wires feed a giant friend computer with all of the information and appreciation of our entire civilization, and then B3 energy beverage.
Great idea, except for the fact that SETI IDK will not drink anything that she has not paid for or taken. And therefore,
Don't
I
worry,
will
we'll
not
take
drink
one
a
before
free
you drink it.
beverage from this company and fall down in a video.
Sure. Well, our team leader will be the star of this advertisement.
I like the idea that I am the star, yes.
Isn't this already been written for us? Like, we don't need to suggest alternate scripts because there's already a script, right?
And I might
And we've already
further
got
suggest
actors
that
cast, we
anybody
just have to,
looking
like,
to
How
execute.
how loyal of you to point out his already
So,
script?
I don't think that we need to head
Is
down
bordering on
this
treason.
ridiculous road, guys.
Smart.
Totally useless. Let's
So
just
you're
do it
asking
like
about the
total
pre-existing
TV.
script?
So, like, we know what the script is that what you would have used for, you
Team
know,
leader has all of the information. That's the way that this goes.
Team leader asked for suggestions. I was merely trying to.
Team leader should probably follow protocol. Like
didn't
they
Exactly.
share any information, so that's why we were just coming up with
free
crazy
thinking
ideas.
sounds pretty
Team leader,
communist
what are
to
you
me.
doing?
Any friend computer script that will supersede any of all of our suggestions, I was merely trying to follow.
I should be ashamed for not listening to Friend Computer first and trying to go on their own means. Ashamed! Ashamed.
Shame.
So,
Shame.
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 I'm gonna, my first radar run is going to, and this smile takes another, it like seems as though it's covering his entire face now.
Smile gets
The
even
cup like
bigger.
her face are popping on the side of his head. The endurance is real. Alright, you know what, I'll give him, roughly speaking, the script, which is script. Alright, you got an infrared citizen, catches new B3 at high speed, drinks the beverage, says worth it. Is laser blasted for treason. Explosion. B3!
Brilliant. I love it.
Amazing.
Well, Frank Computer knows best. I mean, this
That's the script. All right, so you guys are about to be at PLC. Do you add anything to your requisition form, either in the top area that is the computer approved area, or the bottom personal request area? Do you add anything to either area?
So you're asking for an explosion. I would say
you got a mini nuke.
Well, why don't you just tell us what's on the list, and we'll know what we need to add.
Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the boom mic. Of course, got to get that. Ultra lamp for lighting. Hair and makeup. The multi-quarter clacker cam bot. The 3 comm links just for fun. I don't know what an ILTR is.
Any good loyalty officer knows what that is.
Loyalty officer. What is an ILTR?
It's information for the loyalty officer.
Well, then
What's
you're not
next on
getting
the
it.
list?
Anyway,
Wow, I'm gonna make sure that friend
You don't
computer knows you've been
refuse to
disobeying
loyalty
direct
officer.
orders.
Didn't issue the proper equipment to the person it's assigned to?
Loyalty officer, and it is my duty as team leader. If I don't know what it is, and it could possibly harm friend computer, then I can't let you
It
have
can't
it.
harm
But
friend
it was
computer.
dispensed
You
by-
gave it to me.
It was dispensed by friend computer. How
Yeah,
is it
what
harmful
kind
to
of
friend
logic is that? Keep reading the list, dude. We got stuff
I
to
love
do.
treason.
Let's go.
Alright, no, actually, let's fine. Fuck it. Let's just get the whole fuck. And, we're also gonna use we're gonna film that mini nuke explosion. Where do we do that?
The infrared block, obviously.
Obviously, I'm asking you now. One at a time, please.
I need a force sword. That's my request.
You know what? You're gonna get yourself a force sword.
Add 4 swords to the list.
Excellent.
I would like to add fireworks and a large amount of specifically colored lasers to represent Fred and Computer's color combo scheme. This is a friend computer ad. It needs to be explosive. That shows how dominant we are, how big the explosion
So just say you're requisitioning TNT or grenades or something then, not fireworks.
Yeah, but up to wipe
And
out.
lasers, you want lasers that shoot light but don't do damage.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I
okay.
said this is going to be infrared, and I want us, those peons have it coming. They know what's going on. They made their choice. Pull on by the bootstraps, whatever. Capitalism! So we're going to drop like a section shelf on them or something.
Jesus Christ!
Alright, so that's your
That's gonna
request.
affect friend computer's productivity, and I gotta say no to that.
So you don't add that to the list. Gibson, any request for you?
A laser pistol barrel.
Yeah, there's gonna be a red laser barrel anyway. Well, I'm only gonna need like 3. I'm only gonna need like 3. The rest of them have red laser pistols anyway. And we're gonna gun down an infrared in the ad. By the way, I'm going for hyper realism, so that guy will be dead.
Of course, I've been to any and all authority of our team leader as equipment officer. I will need forms for anything that we receive to be able to record it.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, it's like, why do you need a force sword?
But you added it to the list already, team leader.
You can
Move
scratch it
on.
off. We haven't submitted the list yet. You can always scratch it off.
Scratched off.
So you so far said no to everything everyone's requested. Got it. Alright, Lover Boy, what do you request?
We have all the safety equipment that we'll need listed on the form already, since you didn't read the form all the way.
And I am requesting all the things that are on the form that are going to be on the adjusted list for equipment. That's all going on there.
Cool, yeah, but we need safety equipment. With
I
explosions
mean,
and-
I don't know what an SCS Model 3 is, or an MTK, or an ILTR. I look at you real quick and I go, we're fine.
Since I do
You know,
receive
human beings are
MTK,
flawed, like have flaws. They don't have the precision of friend computers, so humans make mistakes.
Sounds like he's turned down your request for safety equipment.
So I'm just, humans are flawed.
Acknowledges you asked, but I think he's turning you down.
Yeah,
Anything
got
for you there,
it.
Sonny?
Yeah, absolutely.
What you want to request?
Would you mind reading off the rest of the requisition list because you stopped at the point when we started accusing you of treason?
Yes, I remember. You guys feel that this right here is fantastic? Just stand next to it.
Will you please just read the rest of the list? Or I'm
Alright,
not
fine,
roll.
yeah, fine. Okay, so we got the clacker, the multi-quarter 3, the air make, the ultra lamp, the 3 laser barrels, the ILTR, 1 mini nuke, SCS Model 3, 12EZ does it, MTK, 2 wider awakes, and 1 R&D request that I don't feel like we particularly need. Oh wait, we're getting the bubbly, we need at least 1 bubbly.
You got a pallet of bubbly. You got a whole pallet.
Yeah, I got a pallet.
Alright, I have one more thing to add to the request form. We need a forklift for a pallet jack. It's really going to come in handy. You're going to have to trust me on this one.
Alright, I'm trusting you.
How do I find out what my MTK is?
You should have been issued a troubleshooter's guide before this mission to read up on all that equipment.
Gotcha.
If you want to access your packet, your troubleshooter's guide packet, you might be able to find out what that is.
Well, I mean, if we're being quite honest, what we need here is the boom mic. We need the mini nuke. I'm going to set it off for fun for totally legitimate reasons. We're going to need the 3 red laser barrels, the hair and makeup kit for the person, the ultra lamp to light them up. I think that's about right. And the clacker and the cam bot. We're really going to need those, and we're going to take the pallet jack with that too.
You're getting the full list and adding the pallet jack.
Yeah, we're doing the full list, adding the pallet jack.
Nothing else added.
Wait,
Rope.
so didn't...
Rope?
All right, we'll just get some rope as well. Why not?
How much rope would you like to requisition?
10 meters.
10 meters of plastic cord?
Everybody together. You got this?
Alright, you guys go to the PLC outlet and submit this form signed by your team leader.
Well, I would like to call dibs on the easy does it's and the wide awakes.
Can't have all the easy dozens because some of them are mine. And then it's an SCS-6. Did we get the pallet jack?
No.
Did we get the rope?
No. Rope and pallet jack denied. And now you guys have to go to R&D to receive the other 2 items. Your equipment guy is the only person that can get these, so you have to sign for these equipment guys because these are experimental. They're issuing you an ELD B3D, which looks kind of like a gun with a glass tube on the front and a open nozzle on top, about a little over 2 inches wide. The barrel and the nozzle on top, with like a chamber on the back and a trigger on the bottom. So definitely some kind of weapon. And they also issue you something you're familiar with, something they've been testing a lot in your department lately. Although most of you drug testing, they've been testing these new rocket boots in your department. They're issuing you a pair of those rocket boots that you're familiar with.
Okay, so I signed for the ELD B3B in these rocket boots.
They give you a sheet to evaluate the equipment and give your thoughts of, how to improve it and stuff like that. So at the end of the mission, return this stuff in as best condition as possible. You can test it or you can make someone else test it, but no matter what, you have to fill the forms. You're responsible.
I'll keep these forms, and then what I'll do is for field test measures, and in order to be as impartial as I can, I will give the ELD B3B to our team leader. It's a weapon. I would really like for him to be able to keep us safe through this mission. I trust his guidance, and I would love to give the rocket boots to IDK1. Give him the privilege to be able to
you need to field test these,
out.
because they've tested them in the research lab, but since you guys are on a mission, this is a great chance to field test them out
Exactly.
somewhere besides the lab.
I'll have the forms. I'll be observing them, of course, throughout this mission, but I would also like for them to submit me their thoughts about effectiveness of these weapons and these tools. I will then take that information and I will record that in my official form for submit and debrief after our mission.
Once you guys have gotten all your equipment, you have to report back to the room you came from.
Boots, what?
He give you the boots, right?
Yeah, he gets the boots.
You get rocket boots. So now you need to go back to the original room that you guys were in, where your infrared actors should be waiting if you guys arrive. So you guys return to there, you go back down the elevator. When you arrive, there is a group of infrared citizens waiting. The door's open because the room's too crowded for all of them to fit in. But you'll hear spilling out from the open doorway.
Congratulations, citizens, on this wonderful opportunity afforded to you by Friend Computer. Have you ever dreamed of appearing on the big view screen? Well, now's your chance, citizen. You have been chosen by HPD and MC to participate in a promotional campaign for B3 in service to Alpha Complex. Be immortalized for all time, and as an added bonus, all infrared participants' clone families will be rewarded with 25 plasticreds. Congratulations, citizens, on this wonderful opportunity afforded to you by Friend Computer. Feed interrupt. The crew assigned to record this promotion has arrived. Please take all assigned equipment and citizens to transport L9227, arriving shortly. Report back to this location once your mission is complete for debriefing and compensation.
Well, you gotta move all this equipment. All this equipment's still over in PLC. You guys couldn't carry it all. You're able to carry most of the stuff, but there was that huge pallet of B3. I don't know if the team leader didn't talk about who got what, but I assume you gave the proper equipment to the proper people?
Yes, I did.
Alright, so everyone's got their proper equipment now, which means your communications officer has the multi-core.
Oh, who gets the
cam
comm links?
bot.
Actually, we should talk
There are
about
3
comm
comm links. That's up to the team leader to decide who gets the comm links.
I
Comm links
don't
can
think we
attach,
should
can
pass that out
communicate
like
with
that.
each other and Friend Computer.
I'm gonna hold on to the convicts for now.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them.
Boo! I'm
So
gonna
multi-core-
roll.
That's not
I'm
what
gonna
those are
roll.
meant for. Those are meant to be distributed.
I'm gonna roll side stand.
If Friend Computer has allotted us to them, then clearly Friend Computer meant for us.
Sight scan.
He keeps questioning Friend Computer. That seems a little bit
Who's
conscious to
questioning
me.
Friend Computer?
Your actions
Well, you
are.
told us what you had and you didn't give them out.
I'm holding on to them so we can get them. I will
We would always
forward.
need them.
Actions matter.
What happens if we're in the corridor and one of us needs to contact Friend Computer?
Or during like a show, like if we're filming and
Or what if
want
someone needs to contact you?
Yeah, if we're filming and you'd want someone to be screaming at the top of their lungs, it'd be great to have a comm link.
Do that in a second. In the meantime, time, we have to go pick up the other. We have to go pick up.
Alright, let's go.
And I look at the infrared people and I go, hello, infrared people. You are going to help us take this to... And I look at somebody for the terminal.
It's so loud, there's so many people around me, I can't hear you. What?
Oh, okay, great. I go up real close to my imposing physical giant form and go, what is the terminal, please? So that we can do the task that Friend Computer has asked of us.
Sunny-R, how is the team leader's breath smelling? It needs to be in proper tip-top order for us to serve Friend Computer.
That's a hygiene officer. Would you like to smell the team leader's breath?
It is my prerogative as hygiene officer.
Alright, you check team leader's breath.
Completely bubbly right now is one thing. He's really bubbly.
It's definitely bubbly, which is not fresh. It's soda breath.
When's the last time you waxed your teeth, citizen?
This morning.
After the consumption of a bubbly beverage?
I've been with you since then. Have you seen me?
Maybe it's time for a teeth waxing.
In a second, can we please do our job?
He's got his hygiene kit. It might be the time to use it.
Are you refusing to hygiene yourself?
Refusal to submit to a PhD is treason.
As the happiness officer, I would also like to support this venture so that everyone else will not be afflicted by your bad breath.
I'll take
Really
the
quick,
opportunity to wax my teeth as well.
I tell them what I know about the instructions. Of,
Alright, who do
at
you
least
tell
that
what?
I've been provided as best that I can remember. Well, then I go to the team leader about the ELD-B3B with the glass tube and carry on and so forth. Make sure to record these measurements, these instructions. You should see a green button. You want to press that 3 times. If there's a red button, you want to press that only once. Click the fire button on this weapon. 3 times green, 1 time red. And then for the for IDK-1, these rocket boots, there should be a lightning bolt firmly emblazoned on these rocket boots on the tongue. You want to press that twice.
Like distribute as no. Give it to the equipment guy. It'll be like distribute as you see fit. I will keep one comm link.
Okay, so I'll keep one and I'll give one to White's, our WCK.
What if I have to place a meeting called the Cleanliness Central, CCC?
Yeah, then you can report to me. I'll carry that along for sure.
Or find the nearest terminal.
Frank Computer is always your friend and always you're there.
How about the 3
Alright.
red laser barrels? Who's getting those?
I'll give one to the loyalty officer. Let's give one to the equipment, and let's give one to HKT.
Okay, so I have a laser pistol, and what is a laser barrel?
If you don't have a laser barrel on your laser pistol, it's just like a
Gotcha.
laser light. It's just like a laser pointer. A laser barrel turns it into a weapon. You also, the 1 mini nuke is supposed to go to you. Do you allow that?
I'll allow that.
Mini nuke to the loyalty officer. So you guys have all your equipment. You have all of your crew, and you just have to get to this transport, which is arriving soon.
All right, guys. Let's get.
You do have 12 infrareds. You guys can carry as much as you can. There are 72 6-packs.
They're gonna carry 2 6-packs in each hand.
But I mean, you guys have enough people to carry. It's just if you just walk that way, you can do it. You just need to know how to get there. If someone needs to do a data search to find the transport you're looking for.
Data search, please, all around.
Ew!
I got a 2 and my Mox is 2.
Oh, well then.
You got a match.
Yeah, you guys have information. This transport is not above your clearance. It's down here in infrared, so you guys have direct directions how to get there. Hustle, get your whole team over there. You guys can carry all this stuff that direction. Everyone's got all their equipment. You guys make it to the transport. Most transports in the red area are bot controlled. They don't even need drivers, although they sometimes have maintenance crew aboard them. But down here in the infrared area, the grid is less autonomous, so it has a bot brain, but also has a driver aboard. There is 1 seat up front if someone wants to sit up front with the driver. Otherwise, you guys have to load all this equipment in yourselves in the back, which is basically like a storage container on a magnetic track.
Friend Computer interrupts this mission to thank loyal citizens for their attention, and to remind them that listening to the next episode of Dungeon Complex is mandatory.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.